Hi everyone, Caroline here. Welcome back to my 12 Weeks of Christmas series, where each week I give you some organizing tips and tools that you can use to make the holidays ahead both merry and manageable. Seeing as it's the week before Thanksgiving, I figured let's talk turkey. So I'm calling this week's episode The Warmth of the Holidays because it's all about tips and strategies you can use to keep the food warm when it gets to your holiday table. So it just doesn't have to be for Thanksgiving, it could be for any holiday meal. So I'm going to share with you 7 things that you already have in your kitchen that you can use to keep food warm. I'm going to share 2 recipes that have great ideas that you'll want to use. And I'm going to show you or tell you my foolproof method for how to get all that food on that table while it's still warm and not ice cold. So first up are the 7 things that you already have in your kitchen that you can use to keep food warm. So the first one is your slow cooker. Everybody knows them. Everybody has one. And you probably already use that. But you don't have to use it to keep the thing that you made in it warm. You could actually use it to keep pre-made gravy ahead warm or some kind of casseroles. You can put those in there. You can actually put a dish inside your slow cooker to keep things warm in there. Second thing is that I love that a lot of people don't know is your microwave. So your microwave is insulated. So your microwave will keep a hot dish warm for 30 minutes. So as long as you don't open the door, pop something in there, you have 30 minutes of go time. Third up is your drawer underneath your oven. So most people think of that as a catch-all or a storage spot for your baking sheets or pans. Well, for most ovens, it was actually designed as a warming drawer. So if you check your manufacturer's manual, it'll tell you if it's a warming drawer or if it's a broiler. If it really was designed as a warming drawer, just clean out what's in there and you have a poof instant warming drawer. So good. Love that one. Next up is going to be an insulated cooler. So the coolers you use during the summer are insulated. You can stick and wrap a few things in there and they'll keep them warm. You can also use those insulated bags that you go to the grocery store with. Most people think of them keeping cold things cold, but they actually also keep warm things warm. My tip for that is to wrap the dish inside some kind of towel, like a dish towel, and it'll actually keep it warmer longer. Next up is your toaster oven. You can keep rolls in there warm. You can keep casseroles in there warm. You can even use the top of the toaster oven to keep things warm. So if you're not actually cooking in it, or if you did cook in it, just put it on warm and you can keep things in there as well. And last but not least is my favorite thing of all. So we went over the microwave, the slow cooker, your insulated coolers, your insulated bags, your oven drawer, and your toaster oven. But the one thing that I love and I use every year are my son's thermoses. So whether they're Spider-Man or Minions or what have you, thermoses are perfect for gravy and add a little color to your table. So what you would do is you just want to open up your thermos, pour boiling water in there, cover it back up, and then you let that boiling water sit in there for about 5-7 minutes. Then you open it up, pour the water out, and then pour your gravy in, put the tops back on there, plop one of those on either side of your table, and call it a day. It will literally keep your turkey gravy the warmest it's ever been for the entirety of the dinner. So I would love if you use that one. It's so good. Next up are my 2 recipes that I found really saved the day. One is for mashed potatoes. So one year I did not make mashed potatoes because I could never keep them warm and I never heard the end of that story. So I found a recipe and I'm going to try to put it on Facebook as well. The link to it if I could actually do it this time. And it's actually a Real Simple recipe from Real Simple magazine. And it's creamy mashed potatoes with scallions, chives, and butter. If you Google that, you'll find it. It's actually a mashed potato casserole that you make the day before and reheat. It will always be warmer than mashed potatoes you make off the stove, which instantly get cold. So I would love for you to try it. If you don't want to try it for Thanksgiving, try it another time. The mashed potatoes are tremendous. You pop a little butter back on them before you pop them in the oven to warm them up. They'll always be piping hot, unlike when you make them right off the stove. The second thing is we usually fry our turkey, and that makes a lot easier because it frees up our oven to keep all our casserole dishes warm. If you don't do that, another great trick to try that I have not tried but I'm thinking I'm going to this year is, again in Real Simple this year in November of 2019, was a recipe for Real Simple no-based roast turkey. And what they actually have you do is have your butcher or somebody with a really good machete, mallet, or cleaver cut your turkey into 8 parts, and you actually cook it on a sheet so that it cooks faster, it cooks more evenly, and then you don't have somebody trying to cut this thing and carve it apart while it's getting cold. Sometimes that's my husband. So if you want to try that, that was also great. I might try it this year. And last but not least, all these things have always worked for me, but the thing that makes them work the best is when I do them in conjunction with my Thanksgiving food timeline. So the whole theory behind that is you have to start where you want to end and work backwards. So I put everything on my Thanksgiving timeline. So if you know you want to eat turkey at 5 and your turkey takes 2 hours to cook and it takes a half an hour to rest and it takes an hour to prep it, once you get it out of the fridge, then you know what time you actually have to start doing that and then what time you have to start putting it in the oven. You do that for every single dish you make and put it on the timeline. It is so easy. Everything will come out warm. You'll be able to eat it at the same time. It won't be overcooked. Trust me, as someone who has overcooked at least one turkey in her day, it really does work when you start at the end and work backwards and put everything on that timeline, figuring out each dish. So all you have to do is sit down with the recipes that you use, figure out the time they take to prep and cook and rest if necessary, and then work backwards from the time you want to eat that and jot that down on your timeline. I do it every year with great success. Before that, I was a hot mess. So take that calculation into account for every dish you do. And I think you'll find that you'll have warm food on the holiday table this Thanksgiving. So that's it for today. I'm going to see you next weekend when it's all about gift wrapping and gift giving. I'm going to share ideas about how to simplify the whole gift buying process. Plus, I'll give you ideas for organizing your gift wrap. So that's actually going to be the weekend after Thanksgiving. Probably going to be a 2-part series. Really excited about sharing some of those ideas. But over the next few days, I also have an all through the house cleaning segment coming up. And that's about organizing and being more efficient with your house cleaning, but making it fun. I show you how to clean with vodka and the barkeeper's friend. So really, how bad can that be? So that's it for tonight. Thank you so much for watching. Until then, I wish you a warm and happy Thanksgiving that's filled with warm holiday dishes. And that is hashtag simple, easy, organized. Thanks so much for watching, everyone. Happy Thanksgiving.